Right, well, I'm parked up at Arundel, and last night I met a young lady called Emily. She pulled up in front of us. We moved the vans about so that she could get her van in. I've been speaking to her this morning. She's been kind enough to say that she'd do a little interview and show us her van. So this is the first van tour I've ever done. She's a fascinating young lady. So let's go and meet her and have a look at her van, which she built out herself. She'll tell you all about that in a second. Well, this is a 2007 Mercedes Sprinter, and Emily's built this out entirely on her own. Let's go and meet her. She's inside. Morning, Emily.
Morning.
And there she is, just tidying up. First thing you're going to notice is the bed. Emily, tell us about the bed.
It's on a pulley system. So by
Look at
day
this.
it lives in the ceiling, and by night you take the ropes off and it sits on the sofa.
Absolutely fantastic. I've never seen one before. That is absolutely. And you've done all that yourself, Emily?
Yes.
Right. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Emily
From
the Isle of Wight.
Lovely. And you've just come over for a festival, apparently.
I've done the Van Life Eats Festival, which was amazing, and now I'm going to go do Arundel Castle.
Wonderful. I've never been in the castle myself, but apparently it's a fantastic trip in there. So can you just show us around the van a little bit now we've seen that amazing bed?
You can. It's not all that much space to see, but I get nice big sofa area with storage underneath all of it. Coffee table. I've got a bigger table that sits behind the back. TV on the wall that swings around into this space.
And you were telling me earlier that will swing round now that the bed's up.
Yes.
You don't have to. Don't
I
worry
don't
about it. And okay, she's going to do it. What a lovely lady. So you can watch it when you've got the bed up,
Or when I'm in the sofa.
or when you're on the sofa. And that's a fairly big area as well there for entertaining as well, isn't it? You could have
Yeah.
friends in there and
Both of these side benches are 6 foot long. So, and then the back from wall to wall is about 5'9". So it's quite a big space.
absolutely fantastic.
Or it's a nice big chill out space if you want to sit and watch the telly.
Look at this. And you've built this out entirely on your own.
With
It's
the
quite.
help of my stepdad with the electrics.
Let's just move this back a little bit. Come
You
on.
know, when you need
Absolutely.
a second pair of hands when you try and get a ceiling in place.
So you were saying that when you needed help with the electrics, you were sort of advised what to do, and then you did it.
Yes.
And just check over to make sure that everything was safe and
Yes.
right. And then right behind there we got a shower unit,
A toilet and a shower.
a toilet and a shower.
That a lot of the time in the winter doubles up as a drying room
Right. Okay.
to try and dry my wet.
So you can do your
walk-ins.
washing, and where do you do your washing?
Normally at laundrettes or
Okay.
campsites. Yeah.
Okay.
And it like zigzags across.
Yeah.
So then I can just hang things as well.
Wonderful. And how does a shower work?
It's a camping 12-volt shower. So it's like a cigarette end that goes into the electrics.
Right.
And a stop-start button, a submersible pump.
Straight into a bucket of water.
Yeah.
You've got an eco toilet there and a full gas cooker. And that looks like one straight out of a house.
It technically is. It is a household one, but it came with the LPG changeover kit.
Right, so you've got a gas bottle somewhere, presumably,
under the
down there.
kitchen,
Incredible.
locked away.
So you can do a full Sunday roast on that, no
Yes, I
problem
can.
whatsoever. And there's your map. Tell us
Yeah.
about that.
It's one of the scratch off ones that you get from Amazon. So whenever you've been somewhere, you scratch it off. So the green area is where I have been in the van, and the gold area is yet to be scratched.
Right, and how long have you been in the van?
Nearly 2 years.
So this is where you've been over the last 2 years?
That's where I've been over the last year.
Over the last year?
Yeah. For the first kind of year, I was just getting used to things and staying at home,
Right,
or staying near home, so that I could get a feel for what was going on.
right. And I think you told us you live on the Isle of Wight.
Yes, I do.
So what's the like the ferry sort of situation coming back from or coming to and from the Isle of Wight? What is that expensive?
Very much so.
Go on, tell us what it cost you.
So I came over late Thursday night for the Van Life Eats Festival, and I'm going back later tonight. And half price, because of Camping and Caravanning Club, it's cost me £150.
And that's half price. So it
That's
would
half
normally
price.
cost you £300.
Yeah,
And how long's that trip?
45 minutes each way.
That's incredibly expensive.
It
Ridiculous, really, isn't it?
It'd probably be cheaper like come winter time, but it's because it's bank holiday and summer holidays,
Right.
so it's premium price to get on and off the island.
Okay. Okay, let's step down here. So this is where you've got emergency access if you need it.
It also is great because in the winter it keeps the heat in the back, and in the summer it traps the heat in the cab.
Right.
So it works both ways with temperature.
Fantastic.
Help.
And then that goes down, and we're not going to show it because Emily's got a lot of personal photographs on there. Quite understandably doesn't want those shown, but that folds down, and then that just forms part of your kitchen wall basically.
Yes, and it's also got 2 bolts on it, so I can bolt it shut. So if for whatever reason someone did get in the cab,
Right.
they'd have a very...
It's going to take them
Yeah.
a while to get through
It
there.
would give them a struggle to get to me.
And I've no doubt, being the type of lady you are, with all this DIY, you've got your own personal security system sorted out. and then in there you got all your cooking stuff, I take it, have you?
Yeah, so that's cutlery, and at the back, as everyone does, I think, has a drawer that's just full of crap.
Right.
And then plates, pots and pans and cups, and all of this is food storage.
Fantastic. And you've done all this yourself, Emily, and do you mind giving us an idea of what this has cost you in total?
So to buy the van, to do its first MOT and to get it to the way it is now is £5,500.
That's the full build,
Full build,
MOT,
MOT and buying the
and
van.
buying the van. That is incredible. And it just goes to show you that you don't need to spend a fortune if you want to live full-time in a van.
I mean, the state of the floor when I got the van would be enough to put anyone off, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I actually have a picture because I had it out on show at the festival.
Right, so that's the floor. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. What's the big hole there?
That
That's
was rust.
Let me see it. Let me just move that. Oh, that's it, because we've got the... wow. Don't tell me you did the welding.
No, I let a professional do that bit. I didn't want to go through the floor. That's what it looked like, the first build version.
Is that a cat on there I can see?
That's my cat, yeah.
Cat travels with you?
He does, yeah, he's at the minute. I left him at home with my mum because of the festival being very dog friendly. I didn't want to...
Sure, it would have been too much.
Yeah.
Too much for him. Well, that's really brilliant. I mean, and as I say, this is the first time I've ever done a van tour
Well, thank
or
you very
interviewed
much for
everybody.
being me.
But I just couldn't resist asking you because Emily's going back to the Isle of Wight later on, and I may not see her again for some time. So
Yes.
thanks so much, Emily, for letting me look round your van and letting the viewers see what can be done. It really is quite incredible. Just one last look. She's done all this herself, the whole lot. Built that van out completely. There's everything in there you need. That bed comes down and sits straight on there. Absolutely incredible. Thanks, Emily.
No worries.